Hello, everyone. This is the first of what I hope will be many videos about my law school journey as a full-time working mother. So, just to give you a little history, I'm in my late 30s, but I've always wanted to have a career in law. I've attempted twice now, but have failed, and I'll tell you a little bit about those hurdles. So, the way that I see it is there are really three major things you have to do to become an attorney, at least to start that career. Number one, LSAT. Number two, law school. And number three, pass the bar. And I guess there's four, get a job, right? So throughout my career, which has largely been in financial services, and now I work in a lot of compliance and legal aspects. I'm surrounded by lawyers, but I'm not a lawyer, but I'm hired, for various expertise. And I really feel like it's time, but the thing that I cannot get past is the very first step. And that very first step being the LSAT. So, maybe like 10 years ago, over 10 years ago, I tried to study. I was in my 20s and I really didn't take it seriously, but I studied for like a month, my own little kind of way, and totally it was awful. I think I got like a 142, which is well below the national average. So I was just completely, just turned off. So I just said, law school must not be for me. And I just tried to put it out of my mind up until maybe 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. I think 3 years ago. So 3 years ago, I only had one kid at the time. I'm married. I only had one child who was already, starting kindergarten. I said, okay, this is perfect time. So I took 6 months to study. And I studied, by myself. I didn't pay for these, extremely expensive courses. I bought all the PowerScore books because PowerScore, I felt like it worked for me. I could understand it. So I took the test again about 3 years ago, and I bombed again. I made a 148 or something like that, which is still nowhere where I need to be. So I figured, third time's a charm, and a lot of people shell out the money for an expensive prep course. I've now had a second child who is getting a little bit older, and I feel like it's now or never. This is my final chance. This is my last attempt, and if I throw everything I can behind it, meaning time, money for the prep course, seriousness, just everything I can behind this, I can achieve my ultimate goal, which is a 165. Now, I know that sounds like a huge jump, but based on my budget and my locale, which I work in the DMV, which is known as the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area, stands for D.C., Maryland, Virginia. That's the area that I work and live in. The school that I want to go to within my budget is this LSAT score. Based on my research, looking at all the publications I need, is at least a 165. So I'm going to pay this money, like $1,400 for this prep course, and, see if I can do it. So the whole point of this vlog is to really just put pressure on myself to actually do what needs to be done to finally achieve my goal, which I've had for over a decade, to become an attorney. So I hope that this vlog is going to last me over the course of 5 years, right? So I work full time. So obviously I can't go to school full time. I know some people who do. I can't. I'm a mother of 2 young children. I have a 7-year-old and an almost 2-year-old son. And I can't go full time. So part-time law school takes about 4 years. So the way I see it is I am going to try my best on this September LSAT. And if I do get the coveted 165, then turn around and apply, which is another hurdle to just be accepted, I would hope that I would start law school in the fall of 2020. That's my goal. Now, this will be the first test where everyone gets to take the LSAT digitally. And I am pro technology. I hate paper. I'm notorious for it. Everyone knows this. I am a tech person. Not that I am an IT person. I just prefer digital, back and forth, digital communication, digital data, digital everything. I'm not a paper person, and I found it. I did struggle the last time I took the test a few years ago with the bubbling in and the pencil breaking and then the proctor's cell phone going off, and all that is really probably just a bunch of excuses. But at any rate, based on my GPA from when I graduated eons ago, which is like it's like a 3.27 is my GPA, but I also have a master's degree with a 3.77. So I'm hoping that will help me. But 165 is the coveted number, right? Getting to 165. So I hope to post more videos throughout showing my challenges, what I've learned, and maybe get feedback from people. I'm not looking to be some type of famous YouTuber. Really, this is just added pressure on myself to accomplish this goal, finally, of becoming an attorney. And to seeing if it's right. I've prayed about it. I've thought about it. I've done, it's not because, everybody wants to go to law school at some point, but I have literally been churning this idea in my mind for over a decade, and it is still stuck to me. And I happen to actually work with legal people in the legal fields, and I'm surrounded by lawyers, so I feel like it's obvious, so I hope you guys stay with me. If you have any positive feedback or even criticisms, constructive criticisms, I'm open to it, but stay tuned for more videos on the prepping, if I can get to 165, and then next steps if I can do that, such as applying and managing and juggling part-time law school with being a full-time mom and a full-time employee. Just wish me luck. All right.